Welcome back. I'm just going to use up some of this paint that I used on my last project. That stuff. I guess I'm going to use it to prime another canvas. And I still had some left in my cup. So I might as well use it up. As long as I didn't put silicone or anything like that in there, we're going to use it up. I'm going to use this to prime a canvas. Like that. I'm just going to grab this stuff that's kind of out of my reach and just smear it on there. I always prime the bottom of the canvas first, so then I can tape it up and then do the top. Usually put a couple coats of paint on for primer. This is a flat paint. You know, why waste it? So I didn't want to use this gray for paint skins. It's kind of dull, but it works perfect for priming canvases. So I'm just gonna slap some down in here. Blend it in. Okay. I'm going to set this canvas on something here so it doesn't set down in the wet paint. I use prescription bottle lids, other paint cups, sticks. You know, anything I can grab. Just going to bring it up a little bit higher. Just so this canvas is not sitting in paint. There. You see how the paint's not sticking well to the bottom of this masonite. We'll fix that. Right. And just get a little bit further. Since I'm not gonna drop it off the edge, I'm just gonna go a little bit further here to try and fit my canvas in the camera. I think this is 16, maybe this is a 12 by 16 canvas. Guessing, just guessing. I use other little cups to set my canvas on. There. And I'm just going to use up that paint that ran off my piece. this is the bottom of the canvas. The reason I paint the bottom of my canvas first is so I can tape the edges if I'm going to do a paint pouring, so that when it runs off, it doesn't spill all over the bottom of the painting. Then I can just pull the tape off. This was thin paint, so I'm probably going to have to put a couple coats on. And that's okay. So it's a rainy day here, and I thought I would just do this on cam. See if anybody visits. This isn't the kind of video or live stream for everyone. It's actually quite boring, but it's relaxing for me. You know, it doesn't have your usual drama in it. I was going to do a video on how people are for sale on the internet. I was going to talk about Shadowbox, what I know of it. I'm still learning more about it as days go by. And it just seems like it's just horribly dark. Horribly dark. I wonder how many people were hurt by that Shadowbox deal. I wonder the people that worked for Shadowbox, and has it folded? Is it still running? Or are the people that worked for it so addicted to collecting people's data, and they're still doing it? Because it is addiction. That can be addicting. So that's all the things that I was wondering about it. I have a lot to learn. Not that I would want to get myself involved with it. Not at all. I think it's illegal. I mean, I guess that's why maybe a lot of people are in court over it. So does that have to do with the cancel culture and the psyops and all that other stuff? Social engineering. Who knows? I just want to know about it. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be involved with it that way. That would ruin people's businesses, people's lives. That makes it so very dark and evil. I wouldn't want to be part of that. But I guess, people want to work at home, and, they're always wondering, how can I make money at working at home on the internet? I mean, did they work for cash? Did they pay their taxes, income taxes? How did all that work? Just interested to know. So I think I'm going to take my hair dryer. I'm going to wrap my paintbrush in some plastic so I don't have to wash it because I'm going to use it again. I save bubble wrap. I save some of the plastics that supplies comes in, and I just wrap my brush up just so the air is not directly on it. See, I keep my bristles straight, and I just wrap my brush up. Sometimes I'll put a rubber band around the metal part of the brush and save it for later. I've got nice clean hands from painting. There. All right. Now I'm going to grab my hairbrush here. My hair dryer. Hair dryer. I'm looking for my hair dryer. Here it is. Part of it. There we go. All right. Just gonna hit this with the hair dryer. Hey, yo, Mama, thanks for joining me. Wasn't that exciting watching paint dry? I gotta make some kind of joke out of it, you know? I know that these kind of videos are not for everybody. But I had a lot of paint left over from my last paint pour, And I thought I would use it up and give this canvas a coat of primer with it. That's what I'm doing. Nothing really exciting yet. No drama yet. No drama. How are you doing today? Hope everybody is fine. Hope you and yours are doing well. Just covering up paint. Here. This one. There. Just cleaning up my mess. Getting ready to make another one. Just getting ready to make another mess. Rainy day. I think it's supposed to rain all day.
Just checking some things out here. Hey, Kimberly. Haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? Fine, I hope. I'm just waiting for paint to dry. Nothing exciting. No drama here. No drama. It's a rainy day. Hubby's retired working. I think my grandkids are in school. I don't think they have any kind of break.
Yeah, getting ready for the cold winter, the dark days of winter. I'm already looking forward to next spring. I sure am. We're gonna be we're gonna be rock hounding next spring, and I'm going to bring my camera along and videotape a lot of that. Captain Kirk. Oh, did ya? I missed it. I got so much excitement going on here. I missed it. I was watching paint dry. Oh, watching the paint dry. Wonder why I can't get that. Oh, that's why. There we go. That's cool. That's cool. That's too bad what happened to Gabby, huh? She was strangled. I suspect, I really suspected some other kind of damage, but they can't say. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. You know, she just wanted some fame and stardom, and I don't think he did. And I guess they were childhood sweethearts, but they shouldn't have been. They just shouldn't have been. I've had some threats come in lately when, um, after Becky put my email address out in public, I had to stop using that email account. There were some threats in there, and they're the same kind of threats I found on somebody's Facebook page. I'm not saying it's the same person, but they said some of the same things, very similar things, and it seems like it could maybe be the same person. Battered women syndrome. I would think by now authorities would be able. Yeah, I know it. I know. But women can be the abuser too. I mean, women can be downright evil. A lot of men were falsely accused of a lot of things from women. So to me, it's a horse apiece. both men and women can be the abuser. But usually women hire a patsy. I mean, if any mother that has sons can attest to that, that women can be just as abusive. Men, you're right, men don't speak about it. Somebody's gotta be an advocate for them. Speak up for them, because men were taught men don't cry, and yeah, they don't want to be embarrassed. But men do cry. Their pain is silent, bottled up. I can say any mother with sons knows how women can be abusive to their boys. I mean, they can fake rape and everything. They can get men put away that never did anything. And a lot of women are just that evil to do it out of spite, revenge. Men sometimes will do anything for a woman, even if it's illegal. Some men will go out and rob banks for their women. Sell drugs. They'll do illegal things just to please their woman. Just for love, all in the name of love. Yep. I think a lot more men commit suicide over their women compared to women committing suicide over their men. I know a lot of women do, but I think men top it. In Gabby's case, it makes me wonder if Brian had that planned all along, before their trip. Good morning, Life is Peachy. How are you doing today? It's a rainy Wednesday here, so I thought I'd just play with paints. Seeing my retired husband went back to work today. It's not that he went back to work today. It's just that he wanted to work today. There are some things for him to do, and he still works once in a while. Same with my brother. I don't know, some men just can't sit still. My brother retired from Square D when it used to be Square D. And you're in Michigan. My brother retired from Square D and went back to work. He couldn't sit still. And he's about 75, 76. And he's still working. Still freaking working. He's some kind of carrier, delivers stuff, driving yet at that age. But as long as his eyes are good and he's quick-witted, fast response, I don't see a problem with it. But when that starts slowing down, I wouldn't want him driving. Oh. Hi, Mike. I didn't know that was you. I changed my name again. Hi, Mike. You threw me for a loop. I can't keep up with it all. I hope that your name's not meant sarcastically. I hope it's meant like everything's cool. This painting I did, you know what it reminds me of? The Cascade Mountains in Washington. The Cascade Mountains, well, I'm glad to hear everything's great. But the Cascade Mountains in Washington are full of gneiss. Gneiss is the name of the rock, and they're trying to figure out if it's metamorphic or sedimentary. Because it formed fast, but it's all layers of black and white. And in some places, it's swirly like this. You go Google Washington Cascade Mountains, it looks like the black and white streaks. And where the sun doesn't shine very much, or maybe there was water runoff that eroded it and turned it a rusty. This painting reminds me of the erosion of the gneiss. And it's not spelled Nice. It's spelled a different way. I forgot which way I forgot the spelling. But I think I'm going to name this Erosion of the Gneiss. Yeah, go look up the Washington Cascades. They're beautiful, beautiful. There's this guy on YouTube who parked, one side of the road can go, and there's not much of a shoulder, but one side of the road goes up hundreds of feet, and the other side goes down thousands of feet. I mean, the trees, when you go to the edge and you look down over the edge, the trees look like little tiny dust balls. And they don't have much of a guardrail. I remember some bad times driving through the Cascades. My brother-in-law and my sister fought a lot, and my brother-in-law was an alcoholic, and he drove the windy roads down through the Cascades really fast. And we were in the car, my mom was in the car, and she was so scared because they were having a fight. And she never seen roads like that with not much of a guardrail. And actually, we were all scared. Yeah, I've seen this one guy. He's a rock hounder, and he wanted to see the Cascades, and he actually went off. He parked his car on the shoulder. Now there ain't much shoulder. He got out of the car with his rock hammer, and he goes up to the mountainside right by his car, and he starts whacking away. And all I could think of, oh my God, an avalanche. We're going to see an avalanche. But it didn't happen. And then he started walking down the road a little bit and cut off on a path. And that's where you can see a lot of the erosion, where the shade is on like the north side of the mountain. And, you know, the sun just doesn't get in there much and bleach the staining. And it looks like where water ran off. It looked like there was like, the stain reminds me of iron. Like iron and water. And they're really fascinated over the Cascades because that mountainous range formed really fast. So what else is new? I've actually got some nice rocks. Small pieces. I am afraid of heights too, but I'm not afraid to fly. I love to fly. Just love it, love it, love it. My eyes are always peeled out the windows when I'm flying, just looking down at the earth in amazement and disgust at how we have polluted the earth and poked it and stabbed it. But I'm going to show you one of my new Oh, have you been working in your studio? Good. Chasing your 2-year-old around. Well, at 2, what do they call that? The terrible 2s? Wait till the treacherous 3s come. And then after that, it's like a lot more questions of curiosity. When I took child development, yeah, and I took classes for child development, and they're, what they do at certain ages. And at the end of 3, beginning 4, they're curious about death. So be prepared to answer questions when you get to that age. I'm going to show you one of my latest pieces for resin, but I've got so much wet paint, I have to reach over the top of it. Let me get rid of this background here and turn on my cam. See, I was waiting for paint to dry. I have so much paint on my from the runoff of that last painting, and I thought, let's just use it to prime up another canvas. And oh, I see some drips. I gotta get. Hold on. I have to get these drips. You know, when you're painting a wall or any kind of painting and you know you're going to have to put another coat on it, I don't wash my brush in between coats of paint. I use plastic. I just put my brush in plastic and wrap it up. Sometimes if I'm going to go overnight, I will put it in the freezer or refrigerator. But I only like to wash my brush once. So I just wrap it up. Bubble wrap is hard to get tight, so I put a rubber band around, and I put the rubber band around the metal part of the paintbrush. And then this keeps the air off the paint, keeps your brush moist, and you don't have to keep washing it. So that's one of my hacks, my painting hacks for you. I wanted to show you a couple of the pieces, the latest resin I've been doing. Let me see if I can, yeah, kind of looks like metal in there. These are island molds. For making jewelry. So I wanted to show you guys that. I know Kimberly likes the resin. I might make a beach scene with a little tiny seashell. We'll see. Mike, you probably are crafty. You just haven't found your craft yet. Or even maybe you haven't even had the time. But oh, you're in Michigan. You should, and this is a craft, get to know your rocks. Because Michigan has a lot of agates. And then they have a lot of really, really good rocks. And just small pieces. And you can sell those. I mean, just when you're walking, you know, I know you guys go out for hikes. You showed a lot of nature videos and stuff like that. Oh, I want a Petoskey stone so bad. I don't have any. And that's one that I'm going to be looking for next time I go up around Lake Superior. I want a Petoskey stone. You should mail me a Petoskey, so I will pay you for it. That's how bad I want one. They've been showing some really good specimens of them where the underside, you can see the fossilization, from the calcium around it. And then I want to look for, actually, I'd like that. I'll pay for shipping. If you want to do that, fine. In your spare time, it's not a burning emergency. But I want to get some pudding stones, the Pekoskis, and I want to get the pink and green feldspars. You know where more are. Well, you should put those up for sale, Mike. Seriously, because there are people who will buy them, and it didn't cost you anything. Let me see what people are getting for Pekoske stones. Some of them might be worth quite a bit of money. It just depends on the specimen itself, how much is showing, like on the back side. Some people want both sides the same. Yeah, there's a lot of, actually, rock hounding is a whole nother lifestyle. Yeah, people buy them. I'm actually thinking about joining and taking some courses in geology and with the Gem Society. Let me do a screen share. Hang on to your pants. You're going to freak out when you see this. If you're wearing pants. This Pekoske stone is $500, but it's polished. See, you can get a grinder and you can actually shape them for a little bit more money. It depends what kind of work you put into it. But look at this one. This is a carved ceramic for $32. Some of them are probably really cheap. Like, small ones are like $5, $7. But hey, $5 here, $7 there, it all adds up. Yeah, and it depends the definition of the coral fossil on the backside too. They're available at a range of like $4 per pound, and the price is for about 2 to 5 stones per pound. Some online sites charge up to $10 for a pound of raw, unpolished, small stones, up to 7 stones to a pound. That's small. So to ship, like if you're going priority mail, to ship a pound, you're talking about $8 priority mail. You're automatically insured up to $50. But yeah, if you put them up for sale, there are people who will buy them. It doesn't cost anything to put them up for sale. They don't charge until you've actually sold the item. But if you use Facebook Marketplace, it's free. They don't charge a fee. If you've got a PayPal account, PayPal will charge. But yeah, you should be collecting that stuff or selling that stuff. You go out on hikes, pick up little stones. They actually look for little stones. I'll show you one I got. Show you what I did with it. Let me hide this painting again. Turn on my cam again. They make jewelry out of them. Here's one of my pieces that I wire wrapped. This is fool's gold. But see, it's going to be a necklace. You can sell pendants just like this. So, just a pendant, no chain, nothing. You can wrap them in wire. Learn how to wrap them with wire. So I'm telling you, there's a buyer for all that stuff. And it's a hobby you can make a few bucks at. Are you probably not going to get rich, but while you're looking for Precasti zones, watch for agates and all the other good things on the ground, gifts from the earth. And people, you'd be surprised, like people in other countries that are rock collectors will be excited to buy from you. There's a lot of rock collectors around, and people look for very small pieces to make jewelry with. So it's easier to sell small pieces than it is big specimens. And rock hunting was one of the things that really blew up through this COVID, because when you're a jewelry maker, it's getting hard to get your parts from Fire Mountain Gems and all the big stone and gem places. Getting very hard to come by. Beads are starting to get hard to come by because they're hung up in the shipping ports and lack of help. So independent people have been selling parts of their rock collections for, small stones for jewelry. That's one of the things that came out of the COVID. Oh my God, Mike. I can call my business. Oh my God, you're so funny. I gotta pin that. I just gotta pin that. I can call my business No Pants, All Rocks. You are so funny. No Pants, All Rocks. That would gather a lot of attention. That's funny. I love your sense of humor. I told a story yesterday about my niece that she was wearing cargo shorts. And, cargos have all the pockets. And she was out collecting rocks. This is about halfway through her dementia. She got frontal lobal dementia and lasted 10 years with that. And when she would come and stay at my place, I brought her up to my place just to give my sister a break. And she really got to be a handful. She would be out collecting rocks in my driveway, and she would pick up the heavy, big stones that, you know, Wisconsin is the red granite state. And she would pick up these granite rocks and put them in her pockets. And I looked out the window and I seen her coming. Her pockets were so full of rocks, they stuck out underneath her cargo shorts. They were weighing down the pockets. They stuck out underneath her cargo shorts and they were bouncing off her knees when she walked. Talk about laugh. That was just so funny. Yeah. I used to bring my niece hiking with me. I used to hike along a river, and I was going down this little tiny incline or decline. It was muddy and I slipped and I threw a disc out on my back and I couldn't get up and walk. I didn't have phone reception, not very good. So I, lifted my phone up and I got one bar and I'm laying on the ground with my hand up in the air, trying to see if I could get a bar. And when I seen that I got a bar, I dialed 911. And the guys had to come in the woods because me and my niece were way back there. And they came back with four-wheelers. My niece had to walk up to the road, and I was really scared because she already kind of had dementia, but was still a little bit with it. And when when she walked up to the road, she made it back fine. It just said stay on the trail. And she waited up there till the cops and the responders came and they brought their four-wheelers on trailers and then brought her back on a four-wheeler back to me. She had to show them where to go. And they put me on a stretcher board and hauled me back on a four-wheeler. And I'm telling you, that was the most rough ride for a person who hurt their spine. That was a rough ride. That was they would have been further off, one on each side of me, helping me walk out of there. Or even just picking me up, one on each side. And away we go. That probably would have decompressed my spine. Or just even picked me up by the feet and brought me back upside down. But laying on a board on a four-wheeler going through that rough terrain, oh my God. So with my niece having dementia, she had to come all the way to the hospital with me. They pumped me full of Toradol. Toradol is one of the best painkillers there are. And then they gave me a shot of Demerol with it, sent me home. And later on, I would go about a year. It kind of subsided a little bit, but within a year, I couldn't even walk anymore. I had to have back surgery. When I would go shopping, I used to have to ride in the cart. I used to crawl right in the shopping cart. I didn't want to use one of those electronic. A lot of the stores didn't have the electronic scooters. Like if you go to Petco, they don't have one. So when I went in Petco, I'd crawl right in the cart. And then finally I had back surgery and it was very successful. Not a problem. And then I started rehab. I went to rehab for my spine for a long time. Take care, Mike. Thanks for visiting today and chatting. So my canvas is still wet. I put that paint on kind of thick. Yep. A lot of memories. So Kimberly, what are you up to today? I haven't seen you for a long time. I think you were going to call me. I don't know where I was, but I missed your call. That was actually a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go check my email. Oh, you did? I'm sorry to hear that. Did those infusions help at all? Good. God, I'm glad you're getting some energy back. Let's see, next month. Yeah, I've got 30 more days before I go for my A1C. They were doing me every 3 months. And I'm hoping my A1C is down below 8. And I think it's going to be because I have not had any sugar at all. No sugar, no bread, nothing starchy. And wow, it feels so good. How long did you go for those transfusions? Yeah, after a year, if they haven't worked and you're having side effects, I understand why you stopped. My husband was supposed to go for surgery on his arteries, and what happened, they thought they'd try him on a medicine, I forgot the name, it's a real hard name, that made his blood slippery. And they says it's possible that this could reverse some of the blockage. And after he was on it for about a year, it did improve just a little tiny bit, just a little bit. The only thing is, if he cuts himself, it just is really hard to get the blood to clot. Yeah, it's hard, but kind of, don't you feel like it was kind of worth a try just to see if maybe it would have helped? I know it's a disappointment to look back and get all that you went through and it didn't help, but wasn't it worth a try? Yeah, you have to move around daily. That's important. If you don't use it, you lose it. So, what about water therapy? Oh, it made you worse. Did they tell you, well, it's going to get worse before it gets better? All that kind of stuff. It's kind of discouraging. That's good. Sometimes I got to use a cane, because I do have disc disease, and canes help. Yeah, I have to watch some of those medicines. They actually um, make it tough to fight off infections, some of them. Well, with my diabetic neuropathy, they said they could clip nerves, and they told me I wouldn't have any feeling in my legs at all. And I don't want that either. So I'd rather just, deal with the pain. Hey, ghosts and cats, how's it going with you? I'm sitting here waiting for paint to dry. How thrilling. Thrill a minute. What? Why do you think you have what makes you think you have that? What are you seeing? Let me know. I want to hear about this because I was wondering the same with me. I have like poop marks on my skin. I call them poop marks. And they could be those age spots, liver spots, but these don't look normal for poop marks. So I'm going to have mine looked at too. Yeah, you'd better get an appointment and get in there. They might remove it just for the sake of it looking irregular. I guess if they have irregular borders, it's a potential. Like, I'm going to tell you something about one of my kids. I ain't going to tell you which kid this happened to. But when he was born, we used to call him John Boy because he had a big round mole on his cheek. I mean, it was huge, the size of a quarter, maybe almost a 50-cent piece. And he called it his poop mark on his face. He didn't like it. It was too big for a mole. If it was a little mole, fine. But it started, it wasn't nice and round. It had irregular borders, an irregular edge on it. So we took him to dermatologist and says, "Yep, that should be removed." There's no there's no like black in it or anything like that, but just for the fact that it had irregular borders, they says it could potentially be cancerous later on. So they says we're going to remove it. So we went to a plastic surgeon for the surgery. It was on his face. And the plastic surgeon removed it, guessing which way his face would wrinkle in the future so that it would blend in. And he did a fabulous job. You can't even see the scar. His face has not really wrinkled yet, but when he gets older, like when he gets to be an antique, like ancient, you know, I'm sure he'll have some wrinkles. Unless he's like me. I don't have any wrinkles yet. A red circle around it? Wow. Wow. Yeah. Is it a dark mole? Like, I know that some moles are different colors. Some are like lighter tan and some are dark brown. And it's raised. Okay. Yeah, see, the mole on his face was raised too. It's always something. It's always something. Thoughts and prayers are with ya. Same with Kimberly. Thoughts and prayers. I'm going to Google something once. It says here from the Google doctor, um, it's called Austrian mole surgery. A mole can become inflamed. They call them nevus, and more red in appearance and begin to swell, making it look like it has grown. This tends to occur from irritation when healthy moles are rubbed or injured, um, with habits like shaving and stuff like that. So I hope that that's all it is. I want to think positive for you. Dr. Google, but don't depend on Dr. Google. Get in there and get some real advice. Let them see it, you know. Coffee sounds good. Oh, I could go for some coffee. That's what I need right now, too. But, I just wanted to tell you something positive that it could be just from irritation. I know we always think the worst, but that can be bad for us too. Now I'm thinking coffee. Tam's got me thinking coffee. I'm gonna go have a cup. I brought my coffee machine right in my art shop, so I ain't gotta go. far from my coffee. I don't have to leave the room. How about that? There. Let that brew. My painting is drying nice. I hope it holds its shape. It looks like it's going to. And I hope it don't crack. What kind of tea do you drink, Kimberly? I'll be right back. I have to go to the powder room. Hold on, I gotta put my dog out. Oh, don't fall down. Don't chase nothing out there. Leave the cat alone. I'll be right back, you guys. I gotta watch my dog when he's outside so we don't take off chasing rabbits. All done? Come on in. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. My coffee's done. Life is good. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what I missed. Oh, that cup is full. Let's see. Sweet tea? You like sweet tea, huh? Just black tea. You know what I like? It's called throat coat. When you got a sore throat, it's licorice tea. Oh my God, that stuff is good. Yeah, I understand, Ghost, but thanks for stopping by, saying hi. You're the ghostess with the mostest. What's your question, dear? You still? Oh, um, not quite. I told him I did a stream yesterday, saying, look, I'll take my stuff down if you leave me alone. Otherwise, I'm going to show what you're doing to me. And I think he's leaving me alone. I'm going to give him a chance. We'll see. It's kind of an iffy situation, I think, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, I did a couple of them, so I don't know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I thought was going on. But there's more to it. If that's what he's trying to do. Um, I brought up a couple of things that are pretty important. In fact, I even mentioned one on my stream today. Yeah, they do change day by day, and it is craziness. Well, he got mad at me because he seen me in Tamara's chat. But why me? Why not everyone else? You know? Why not everyone else? Why just me? Why did you just get mad at me? And that's why I got, kind of upset about what his game he was playing. And he just went into meltdown mode because I was in Tamara's chat. He had no reason to do this to me. No reason at all. And there was talk about my demise and shit like that. And it matches some of the threatening emails that I got from Becky putting my email out in public that time. And I had to stop using that account because of the threats that I got. But if you want to listen to it, I just don't know which one because I did a couple of them. But I'm gonna give him a chance, and that's what I had planned on doing. Give him a chance to just stop before this goes any further, and forget about it. Just forget about it, and um, we'll see how it goes. No, he took his stuff down that I know of. Um, I asked my friend if there's anything else, and they have a way of finding things that get buried and my name only comes up once. And it's about the witchcraft thing, which is weird. You could tell he's stalking me because the ladybug photo. I did a ladybug video, but it was on private. Nobody knew about it. Then I did another one after I edited it and I just made it real short and I put that one public. But in between there, he's posting pictures of a fucking ladybug. And he had told me that he had a friend who knows how to go in the back door. And I'm not talking about anal. So, it just looks very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. And considering the threats that I got in email after Becky put my email in public were some of the same things he talked about my demise and I'm done and shit like that. Oh, this morning I talked about painful too. I don't know if he found it. I don't know if it's a coincidence. It's very suspicious though. But it let me know that, yeah, for sure, that guy's stalking me. Yeah, I did a video talking about him this morning, saying how you're right about stuff. There's Tim, keeping it real. The hostess with the ghostess. I have a couple of art friends who follow me and some family on this channel. And I gave a warning in my prior paint video at the end. Hey, you're going to see some art here, but you're also going to see some drama on this channel. This is my drama channel. I had some paint drama too. When I was doing that painting, underneath the footing came out from underneath my canvas and it flopped down and I had paint drama going on. No, Painful ain't starting it up with me. He never ended it with me. And if anybody talks about me, he's going to join in. And I explained a few things about him that I found that are creepy to me. Very creepy. And I talked about chicks being barely legal. Because what you said on your video that we found, and you says, right, Brenda, in your video. And yeah, you're right. I think I was the one who Googled that email address and found the girl in the back seat with the slave collar. I still have that on a video too. Yeah, we found it together, but I clicked one of the links and holy shit, look at this. Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, she looked like look, she did look very underage. But some women can look like that. And with her giving the illusion, it could be an illusion that she was in the back seat and that's her mom in the front and they were going to get it on because a lot of guys want to see that. They could have been creating an illusion, but she really, really looked young. And it makes me think, I know that guys like youth and they like beauty and things like that. I get it. But where's the cutoff? When does it cut off when a person looks too young? And I think because, he doesn't have content, stuff like that, he's just like what you call a YouTube troll. I think he was part of Shadowbox because he was around since the beginning. He was like an infiltrator. He's he's with the Nazi party. The far right bullshit. Why are so many people are popping up on that have belonged to the far right that are into these young, really young, barely legal. It's creepy. You might have to refresh my memory of what else we found that you don't want to talk about publicly. Sure, we'll talk later. Yeah, I would like to know all I can know about that. I want to know if it's still going on, if it ended. I know a lot of it's in court right now. In fact, if you want to jump on, I'll give you the link and I'll end this stream. If you want to talk, give me your opinion. I'm just looking to learn more about it. Okay. Yeah, you might have to refresh my memory on that. So much has happened, and it's designed that way so you forget a lot of things. And, I really, really tried to forget about a lot of the things that happened to me because I don't want to live like an angry person. Yeah, I'll be around in about 20 minutes. Sure. Yeah, I just want to learn more about Shadowbox. I want to know more about it. It's just something I want to know from my own personal knowledge of what it was. How did people even sign up for those jobs? Yeah, how did people even find jobs like that? I know a lot of people wanted to work at home, they wanted a job on the internet. How did they sign up? How did they find it? How did they find it? Eh, You know, I've heard of it, but I never really thought it was real. But it is. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this stream. I'm still waiting for my paint to dry. And looks like it's going to be a while yet, and then I have to give it another coat. So nothing real exciting there. And I'm going to end this stream and send you the link, and you go get your chores done and pop in when you're done. Thanks for visiting, Kimberly. If you're still here or listening, thanks for joining. Kimberly, you have a fantastic day too. Thanks for keeping me company. Always enjoy you guys' company. So take care, y'all.